There it goes.
There she blows.
There she blows. I saw like a. It was
Cha-cha-chatty,
no, it was like a
cha-chatty.
psych out. I can see how it can psych us out.
Oh, are you
Uh,
sure you want to be live?
no, I want to be live, dude. I honestly have no idea what we're gonna talk about today.
Me neither.
We didn't
There's
we
the,
didn't we didn't race.
I practiced a lot.
Yeah, you guys were there practicing. We can talk about that. And
There's not much to talk about.
there wasn't really any big race to worry about. There was Friday. We could talk about Friday, even though I was working upstairs.
Oh, did Trevor run the races?
Yep. And we had our big sale.
Yeah.
So
How lucrative was the sale?
um, you know, so we back in May when we did the garage sale that we do twice, maybe once every couple of years because you got to accumulate enough stuff for it.
Yeah.
There was a line like all the way around the building.
Yeah.
And this time I think we expected there to be a line. Maybe not. I don't know. I think the expectation was that there was going to be a line in the morning and it was going to be long. There really wasn't. There was like 7 people waiting. But that being said, I mean, over the course of 2 days, I mean, we sold a lot of that stuff down there.
Really? What was probably the highest selling items? Like, what did you see the most items sold?
Well, I actually most of the models that we had down there are gone.
Dude, when I was there, there's some lady had like an armful of like models and stuff.
Did you see those 2 ladies? There was 2 of them. They were related, and they both had just armfuls of models and science kits, and they were pretty happy.
Yeah, I was like, get it, girl.
They were happy campers. Let's see. There was immediately one dude. The first dude in line walked in. He must have watched my video because he went straight for the TRX4 parts and some Vanquish stuff that was down there. And I can't remember what it was after that, but I mean, most of that stuff's gone. Ironically, the stuff that I thought was going to go is still there. Like there's a bunch.
That's cool.
There's a bunch of all the X-ray stuff's still there.
Yeah. Is it X-ray on-road stuff or what is it?
Yeah, it's all mostly X-ray on-road and 12 scale, and then there's. What else was left down there? There was a couple bags of HPI stuff that I made so cheap I thought somebody would just take it, but it's still there. I mean, it's what's crazy is the way we did it this time is there's a bag of stuff. So for $5 or $10, you get this bag of stuff, and I don't know. Either way, if you look down there last night, I mean, you could tell it was picked through. So the cool thing is now that we've done that, we've gone through all that work, it's all going to be down there. So until it's gone. So. So I think the owner was in there right now as we speak, kind of rearranging the pits back to the way they're supposed to be and getting all the chairs back and everything like that. And then he's going to have we're going to lose 1 row of pits for all that stuff down there. But for the regionals coming up, I don't really think that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
So
nobody cares.
Yeah, we got right now. If you go on RC sign up, if you do. I from my side, from the track side, you can see a people count. Right now, there's like 50 people signed up.
Oh, I'm still not signed up. I gotta sign up.
Are you going to go to KC, though?
Dude, I don't know. I could. I could go down there.
Run your gas truck?
I don't know. I was kind of planning on running regionals, I guess.
Well, you do it.
What?
But I do it. Run regionals. I was like, man, he might just go to KC on that one.
Maybe I should go down there.
I don't know.
I guess I have 8-scale tires and an e-buggy. I could run it.
Yeah.
Show up and run e-buggler.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I have to work on my car at some point this week.
Your e-buggy?
Yeah. That too. But my 10 scale that last round of the summer series, I didn't have it. So I want to I need to work on my car.
Yeah, you do.
I need to get it refreshed, get my tires all set up and ready to go, and be ready to compete. There is no 40 plus at regional, so it's just everybody's in mod. So
it's gonna be real.
See how high I can finish.
Yeah, maybe I should just go down there. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do, Alex?
Well, I don't. Is it going to cost you more to go down there than it is to stay up here?
Probably, but I'd probably just make a 1-day thing out of down there.
Yeah.
I'd probably just go down there and run and come back.
Yeah.
I guess I could stay overnight and come back on Sunday, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's good that you have a choice.
Yeah.
Because
gas truck does sound cool though.
Yeah.
But I do have it like changed over for our track.
For our track.
Yeah.
Well, after we're done tonight, I'm going straight to the track to start on the small change I'm going to make for the regionals.
Yeah.
And then next week, so we're done with regionals on Saturday. So then I get to wake up Sunday, come to the track, and really start going at it, and get the oval put back in, and put a big old 8-scale track in there.
That'd be cool.
That's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm like trying to build up my stamina or my ambition. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's more ambition. I'm trying to build up my ambition to work. Usually, if I don't feel like it, once I start doing it, then I'm like, oh, this will be cool, and then I'll get all excited about it.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
Yeah, having ambition's a real thing.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. Maybe I should go to Kansas. I kind of want to race regionals. They're both 1-day things, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, there's Friday practice all day.
Yeah, I won't be up for Friday practice until like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but it goes till I think I got it going till 9.
Oh, really?
From like 10 to 9.
Are you doing seating or anything?
Nah.
Nah, I was gonna say don't.
Nah. I'm not. Nah. So, I don't know. We should probably start this show.
Oh, how many viewers do we have?
Right now we have 12.
Nice. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. This is Alex Sturgeon with the Hobbytown Hobbyplex. I'm the manager and race director. And with me, as always,
Will Brenton.
And we're here to talk about, to be honest, today, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Today's a show about nothing.
Yeah, it's like Seinfeld.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
Yeah. So how do you know when it's over? Ba-doop boop ba-doop bow.
Shane Alberico says the Stateline section is stupid. And
You're stupid.
For that, the Stateline section is staying there.
You get negative 10 points.
Yeah. I'd be like Matt Walsh. And for that, you're canceled.
For that, you lose 10 points.
You're banned from the show.
Mm-hmm. Banned from points.
Yeah. Jackson's on there. They're going back and forth. This is kind of fun. It's like
Stateline section's cool.
Stateline's for real drivers.
Oh.
Not those fake drivers. Not those fake drivers.
Not the novelty drivers.
Yeah.
But Shane, why don't you like the Stateline section? What cite your sources here?
Yeah. Like, right, we're bantering back and forth with commentary because that's pretty much
Oh, did he give us $5 though?
No,
give
Shane.
us $5.
Shane Alberico's poor. He doesn't have $5 to give us. God.
We make some kid give us $5 so we answer his question.
I'll tell you what, Shane Alberico, if you drop a $50 super chat, I will take out Stateline this weekend.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, I went flying today.
Oh, what'd you fly?
I flew the normal planes, my my extra 300 and my Ultimate 2. But guess who I invited out there to meet
Mm,
me?
I don't know.
I invited Brian with a O out there.
Yeah? How'd that go?
That guy. He didn't show up.
How'd you invite him?
Well, he's been in the store like every day, even though we got a 1-star review from him. So, I've been trying to be really nice to him. I mean, we've all been, nice and chipper and happy to him and everything. And I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go out there Monday. It's my day off. I'll meet you out there like 2:00 if you wanna come check out the field.
Yeah.
But he wasn't out there. So
then he crashes and you're there and see everything that happened and he tries to return it. That's probably why he didn't go.
See, I have a hard time making fun of it now because I'm trying to be more. I'm kind of over. Honestly, I'm kind of over the what we said part because I am trying to be more forthcoming to this person, even though he hasn't. As far as I know, we haven't changed the 1-star review.
Yeah. Well, good for that.
I'm trying to provide good customer service. But whatever. I got two. How many packs did I get? I got 3 packs in. I flew 3 times.
3 packs of cigarettes.
No. What did I do? What did I do that was really exciting? So the last minute I was out there, I tried to do an inverted flat spin.
Flat spinny whammy.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
How'd that go?
I did 4 spins, and
Mm-hmm.
then I felt my battery getting soft in my plane, so I twisted it around, and I tried to land real quick, and it dropped. It dropped about 3 foot off the ground with no power.
Yeah.
And that was a little crazy. So, where'd your picture go?
What picture?
Your picture on your phone.
I'm right here. See me?
No.
Can you see me?
Weird.
Huh?
Will's
Am I gone?
Oh, it's your internet. Your internet sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, your internet sucks.
There's a guy that came to the house the other day to try to sell me some internet, and I didn't buy any.
Oh,
I think he had like a suitcase full of it or something.
A suitcase full of internet?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, unless it's on an AOL disc, like
Yeah.
I can't use it, man. Like my internet on discs, on AOL discs. That's the only way to do it.
I still enjoy the fact that the Hobbyplex is. I've talked about this before, but
Is my picture still gone?
Yeah, it is. But our email is on still an AOL account email. Oh, there you go. You're back. Yay.
I get some more minutes. I just added more minutes. To... God, what was that one thing? Oh, yeah, I remember what I was laughing about. That one time I kept laughing, and like later on in the show, I kept laughing about it. Is the fake hobby town or Hobbyplex?
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to remember why I kept laughing.
Oh, because what if we named it OCRC? What if we named our track OCRC?
Yeah, we should. Now we could.
Now we probably could. Yeah. That'd be a dick move.
The new
OCRC. Omaha Car Racing Center. Car Racing Center.
Car Racing Center. I told Scott about that the other day. He thought that was so funny.
That's great.
I wonder if those guys listen to our show.
I don't know. I'm not really sure who listens to our show because, I mean, I know who listens to our show locally because I get to talk to everybody every week. But after that, I have no idea. I don't really.
Yeah. So so did Shane say anything else or what's going on there?
No, we didn't get a $50 super chat.
But does he not like this? Why doesn't he like the Stateline section?
Yeah, he hasn't said that yet. He just said it's dumb.
God. He probably had to go eat dinner or something.
No, he's still here. He's asking questions, but as usual, if you want your question answered right away, you have to give us a super chat. Otherwise, you got to wait till the end. That's just the rule. That's the rule.
Sorry, we can't break the rules.
Yeah, that's the rule.
I didn't make them. I just follow them.
Hey,
anyway,
Will,
yeah.
You want to tilt down your camera? Maybe we can see what you're working on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tilt down your camera.
Okay.
Or can you?
Well, hold on.
I need to get you one of those duck gill things. The one thing that I got at the Plex that I use for my phone now.
I am. I need a. Sorry, I'll.
Yeah, I need to get you a phone holder. I got 2 of them.
How do I flip my? I can't flip the screen. Can I flip the? Oh, there we go. Okay. 1 second here. I want to cover something up.
Oh, something secret. Jackson wants to know if he can ask me if he can ask me his essay questions, and I told him he could on the show. Since we didn't have anything to talk about that, so.
No, this is just my electric 8 scale. Where? No, she's upstairs.
Oh.
Maybe I should just bring the cat down. Oh, I don't want that in here either. Get that the hell out of here. But yeah, I'm just working on my e-buggy. I put a new servo in this bad boy. What?
Nothing.
No, I was showing an old tire to Jackson the other day, and that's right. I pulled this out from the vault to show him what they looked like. But I'm not giving him any free advertising. They don't give me anything. So, but yeah, this is the stack of wood that I sit my phone on. Like I just have like a thing there, and I sit my phone on that.
Yeah,
this was originally a giant Jenga set.
I totally have to get you a phone holder.
Yeah. Here's my old A&B that Jesus Christ used himself, and I bought it from him. It's that old. I don't know. I mean, we've done a tour of my RC area before, haven't we?
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, we have. Oh, has anybody not seen it?
I don't know.
There's a gas truck that I've given to a guy at the track. He wants to get it going. So I have it propped up like that because I filled all the ports with liquid wrench to try to get it to break loose.
Oh.
This is my...
Oh.
What?
What is that?
What? This?
Is that a GT?
This car?
Yeah.
No, that's an original RC10.
Oh.
That's my RC10. It's never been driven. There's my 4-wheel drive. There's a stadium truck. That's what's left of my V6.2. One time when stuff wasn't working, I was doodling, and those are supposed to be my eyes. Nice doodle on a piece of wood. I don't know. I kind of just like throw trophies up there, and I put those up there. And I got these ones up here from the ProTech race. And then, like, there's a big box of trophies. Those are my plaque things.
Ooh, look at your sick Riot plaques. That's pretty cool.
Where are they?
The Riot?
Oh, yeah. They're up there.
Yeah. Those
are pretty cool. They're a little long. I would like to have seen them taller than wide.
Right.
There's the stickers from the Syndicate that I never got a backboard for.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. There's some big old fifth scale tires.
You.
Huh? Yeah. That's my Buddha. I give him change before I go to a race for good luck. I'm serious. I come down here, I put change in front of him. Can you see it?
Kind of. Your audio's like, I'm looking at the video screen, and it's like your audio's behind.
It is.
Or it's actually ahead. I'm sorry, your audio's like ahead for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So when you say there's going to be fifth scale tires, then I wait around for a few seconds, and then poof, there they are.
Oh. I guess there's my nitro buggy. It's sitting there. Oh, wait a second.
I'm trying to talk Emerson out of doing nitro this year for the Winter Series.
Yeah.
It's just so stressful.
Yeah. Here's a big box of 8-scale stuff I got. Tanks and front end, rear ends, diffs. I don't know. This is my layer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No comments, no questions.
You got about as much crap as I do.
Oh, yeah. There's more upstairs. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
There's stuff up there that I can't replace, and you know what I mean?
I have to go through my boxes that I have every once in a while just to remember what's in them.
Yeah.
Just to be like, oh, yeah, that's right. This is where these are. So I have 2 full RC car boxes full of, like, IFMAR pins.
Mm-hmm.
And
I still have a bunch somewhere.
Should I? I'm actually... Dude, I'm kind of stoked for the Hobby Haven thing because I'm going to pull those out.
You can't run them.
I'm going to pull those out, and I'm going to write J Concepts on the side of them.
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you use Sprinters or the double D2s?
Because IFMAR pins are the bee's knees.
Okay. That's just dumb. Dude, I bet you're going to want blue compound double Ds there. I'd feel it.
Yeah. Or Sprinters. Sprinters would be a good tire.
Sprinters are really good. I thought they were good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blue V2 double Ds. Calling it now.
Blue V2 double Ds.
That or just some straight up blue compound ellipses or barcodes.
If the track gets grooved enough.
Oh yeah. Bring some aquas.
Yeah. Shane Alberico says, and he's posted this twice, so I'm going to go ahead and say it just to keep it.
Yeah, we've moved on from Shane.
Shane says, I hate Stateline. No, this is funny. I hate Stateline because you have to be perfect through it, and if you screw up and you roll, it takes someone forever to get to you, or you lose a bunch of time in it.
Yeah, that's what we're after here, dude.
So you know what happens? No, you know what happens when I find a section where if you crash a lot, you lose a bunch of time.
What?
I don't crash there.
Yeah, I just don't. It's the risk over the reward. That's a section that has a fair amount of risk when you go blowing through it with a good reward if you do it right.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually think it's easier now than it was when we were going the other way through it.
Oh yeah, we did. We went the other way through that?
Yeah, we right now we're dropping down into it. Mm-hmm. And then we're already going slow right there, so you're rolling over it and coming back. Whereas before you would haul through there. The fast way through there was to be really tight on the inside, and you would hit that inside up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. You could almost straight line it, and you just barely flick your front tires, and that was just enough to keep her rolling on the hot dog roller part of it. You know.
All right. This is a question and answer from Jackson. I told Jackson that he could ask me some questions for his essay during the show because I knew we weren't going to have a whole lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, say essay. That's what I say.
Hey, essay. Okay. Jackson Anderson, question 1. And he spelled, okay, this is funny. Jackson spelled meat as in I meet someone, like meat, like I'm eating meat.
Yum, yum.
Ah, man. Anyways, all right, here, question 1. Alex, how did you meet Will, and how long have you known him? Okay, so if I remember correctly, I met you on a Tuesday night mini race in like 2006 or 2007, something like that. It was back. It was back then.
Yeah, it would have been. I thought it was like 2005.
Oh, was it? Okay, it was basically because we were doing mini racing there for like we're gonna do Tiny Tuesdays coming up. We were doing that on Tuesdays back when 18 scale stuff was pretty hot still, like RC 18s and all that. So
I was involved in the OG 18 scale.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking that you were just a little turd muffin because you were trying to come up to me and tell me how to build the track.
I don't think I did that.
Yes, you did.
I did?
Yes, kind of. It was something like that, something to that effect. And I was like, and I was kind of put off by it. And I was like, no, I'm just going to do it this way, like we've been doing. And you're like, oh, okay. And then that was that. But then after that, you became a regular with when short course kind of picked up.
Yeah.
And you were racing was it the Pennzoil? Not the Pennzoil. The
Quaker State.
Quaker State truck. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the short course brand, a short course truck that I ran. Like that was what I chose.
Yeah.
It's my sponsor for short course is Quaker State.
Yeah.
I was a big Steve Kinzer fan. Trying to think here. Well, I came up to race Stock Slash when Stock Slash was like the hugest class.
Yeah.
And people were actually kind of taking it seriously back then. And I'd come up on a Saturday to race. It was like every week I'd come up, we'd get rained out. So I never got to race Stock Slash at the Plex.
Yeah. Yeah, that was basically the year that that we decided to put the roof on.
Well, that would have been before the Roar Nats.
Oh, was it?
Well, yeah, because I wanted to race it at the Nats, and I couldn't get the time off work. Or I wanted to race in short course at the Nats because that was the first. That Roar Nationals was the first Roar Nationals to have short course as a class.
Yes.
So I wanted to come up and run it, and I couldn't get time off work to do it.
Yeah. If you
and that was when I worked at the store like full time and was in school.
So if you look up on YouTube and get on, do a search for Zen Racing. So Zen Racing. That is Jason Schald's YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And he has every main from the short course Showdown, I believe in 2012, and every main from the 2009 Roar Nats, and the short course mains are some of his highest hits.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 76,000 views or something crazy like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's how you knew short course was coming up because, yeah.
I was probably a couple thousand of those views from the Roar Nats.
I don't doubt it. If you ever want to see utter devastation, go back and find the modified short course A main from the short course Showdown 2012. It only has 622 views, but boy, it's a heartbreaker. I should have won that main.
How many does Stock Slash have
I
from that
be
race?
Kinwald. 490. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, and 400. Yeah, go back and look at that one because that's when Will wins with a car that he bought that day. That's pretty funny.
So funny. The only reason why I did that is some guy or he was a kid then. He was like, I don't have any competition here. I'm just gonna win. Pretty much what he said. I was like, all right, hold my beer, dude.
I'll show
I went upstairs and bought a truck like 10 minutes before the first qualifier.
We got a $10 super chat from Nuthouse. It says, put a version of Stateline on the 8-scale track layout. And what are the go-to carpet off-road tires?
But fuzz bites or twin pins?
Yeah, I think twin pins will still be very popular, and I think the new fuzz bite is going to be a good tire as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to trying them here in a couple weeks, for sure.
Probably Swaggers up front.
I think Swaggers are still going to be the tire for the front.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. It's weird, like in off-road, like dirt, your front tires are wearing, that means you're using the front tires. Like they're actually, driving off of the front more.
Mm-hmm.
And I judge my front tire wear as to how I want my car to handle too. If my front tires are like, if I could run 2-to-1 front to rears, if I run 2 sets of rears to 1 set of fronts, I need to build some more front grip into that thing,
Yeah.
But if like, I'm wearing out fronts too fast, and I need more rear grip. But like carpet, it's like the opposite. Like if you're using the front tires and you're getting good grip off the front tire tread and everything, they don't wear as much. But then like if you have like, like a ton of steering in your car and the front tires aren't wearing out, you're getting good steering.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. This layout coming up, probably there's no good place to put a Stateline section, but I'll try to figure out where I like that sort of thing. The 8-scale crowd's a different crowd. They don't.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't like technical stuff. It's just that if you do put technical stuff in an R track, then you start hearing like, you guys are building a 10-scale track for us.
Yeah.
So I always kind of try to find the middle ground a little bit. So to summarize, hopefully that answers your question. To summarize Jackson's first question, so I've known you now probably, 16, 17 years? It's 2021, so 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15, 16 years.
Yep. Question 2. How have I seen Will contribute to our RC community?
Ooh.
Wow. Good question.
Well,
man, for starters, he agreed to do this with us. He agreed to be the podcast setup guru, because Lord knows I couldn't do that myself.
Yeah, maybe.
And then Will is always willing to help people at the track. You can ask him a question and he will generally just quit what he's doing and answer your question. He pretty much is one of those guys. And he'll run races for me if I need to, which is very important. He's generally speaking not a dick to people, which I think is very important in our community. If you want to put quotes on that, what else is there? He's actually worked with, was it March of Dimes?
No, the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
He actually worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation for supplying a couple RC. He helped Hobbytown in Lincoln supply a couple RC cars for a Make-A-Wish on his own time. Geez. I don't know. What else have you done?
I don't know. I'm not here to promote myself.
Yeah, that's a pretty good list. Oh, here's one. I love talking about myself, so here we go. Number 3, how did I get into RC? And I love this question because my friend Chris Catlett had a quote-unquote real RC car, and this was like 1985, 86, something like that. And because of that, I was like, what? What is this? And so it just happened to coincide. Maybe it was 88, something like that. Anyways, it was in the 80s, late 80s. It happened to coincide with a television show called Punky Brewster. Okay? And the funny thing about what I'm about to tell you is I've now figured out that show is responsible for like 50% of all kids getting into RC cars from the 80s.
That's great.
Right? Because Rhonda Drake tells the same story. Rico, right? Chad, he's got the same story. So it's that show in general just hit a whole bunch of different people out there to get them interested into it. So I watched this Punky Brewster episode that had RC cars. Now in my mind, I always thought that they were RC10s, but when I actually found the clip, turns out they were all Tamiya cars. It doesn't lessen how cool it is, but it is interesting to see how far that show reached, you know? So it happened to coincide with that. Then I went down to Walgreens and I bought a RC Car Action magazine and basically carried it around for like a whole year. And it took 2 years to get my mom to finally buy me an RC car. I kept getting these Radio Shack and Tyco crappy ones. And I kept getting like madder and madder at Christmas. I think that's when I stopped believing in Santa Claus, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I kept not getting what I wanted. And then finally, one summer, she took me to Bel Air Hobbies. And we walked in there, and there was an RC10 that I wanted sitting on the shelf. And the dude working, who I actually know, his name's Steve. I see him every once in a while. I actually haven't seen him in a couple years now. But anyways, he actually talked my mom out of buying an RC10 for me. And instead, talked her into buying me a Tamiya Falcon. And so my first hobby grade RC car was a Tamiya Falcon. I wanted to race. I didn't know where any racetracks were at the time. Then started, actually the Car Action magazine in the back used to have a track locator or whatever. And so I found Rockbrook. And then that led me to, there was a track, Salvation Army. And then that led me to, for a small period of time, there was a track at 24th and Vinton. That led me to there. And then when my parents split up, basically I got a JRX Pro as a bribe. So
nothing says love like bought love.
Yeah, exactly. So basically my parents gave it one last go, and they moved my sister and I to Valley Falls, Kansas. And Valley Falls, Kansas is a tiny town about 20 miles north of Topeka, Kansas. And during those 9 months, my mom felt bad for me, so she bought me a JRX Pro, and I believe the hobby shop was called S&K Hobbies, maybe S&H. It was in Topeka.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took, I got that in October, and then it took till Christmas time to get the rest of the components, because, I mean, my parents were poor. I mean, they were lower middle class, so they couldn't just, spend $1,000 on stuff.
Yeah.
So I finally actually started racing at Scranton RC Raceway, which is about 20 miles south of Topeka, pretty much every Saturday from about January until my mom left my dad. And that was like, I think, July or August or something like that. And so, and then when I came home, then I started racing at Rockbrook on a regular basis. And then it was kind of off and on until I found Exarban, and then I started racing there. And then from that point on, I've basically been racing almost every weekend ever since. So like 1994, 95. So there you go. My friend Chris Catlett had a lot to do with it. Punky Brewster episode had a lot to do with it. RC Car Action had a lot to do with it. And divorce. That also had quite a bit to do with it.
Yeah, I had RC Car Actions before I ever had an RC car.
Yeah. Yep.
I used to go to the grocery store with my grandma every Sunday, and I'd always get a RC Car Action every month, just because it's like what I thought was cool.
Yeah. Best thing about having your two households now, at that time, 91, 92, somewhere around there. Guess what the best thing about it was?
Video gaming.
2 Sega Genesises.
Yeah.
One Sega Genesis at mom's and one Sega Genesis at dad's with different games.
Really?
Yeah, it was great. It was the best part. And then the last one, how did you become a part of creating the Plex? Well, all right, so for this question, this is very easy. I actually did not become a part. I wasn't a part of the original Hobbyplex part of the Hobbyplex. So the Hobbyplex was finished building in 2004, and I got hired at the end of 2004 going into 2005, basically as an assistant manager and to create and run a dirt track. So the original part of the Plex, which is the carpet track and the sales floor, that was all Ken Kalin and Tim Ski. So, and that became what it is because of parking lot racing. The parking lot racing was so popular that they saw a need to have a covered building and put in a real carpet track. So,
because originally all the indoor racing was done in Lincoln,
right,
and most of the guys that raced in Lincoln were driving from Omaha.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. And then so basically, I was in charge of building the off-road track. It was where you see Holiday Bright Lights right beside our building, and then we moved to the current location of the track in 2007, and then we held a couple years worth of races, and then we finally put in for the Nats. If I had to do it all over again, I would have done the 2009 Nationals so much differently than we did. But, live and let learn. But it was at that race where the owner, because we got rained on a lot. So I gave myself 2 weeks to build the track, and almost every day that week it rained. And I finally got a chance to finish it like Sunday, Monday. I mean, it was a real time crunch. I was still working on the track on Tuesday during the Nats.
Really?
Yeah, got the track done. I wanted to have like sod in the middle, so there was like a grass infield and all this stuff. And because of the rain, it just wasn't possible. So there was like half a little bit of sod. Looking back on it, it looked really crappy. And I should have just not done that at all. Should have just pulled it all up. But anyways, it rained like 4 inches in like 20 minutes on Tuesday night. And it washed out all the work I'd done to the track. And so Wednesday, we didn't even start practice till probably 5 p.m. on Wednesday. So, but it was that race where the owner's like, we're going to put a roof on this. And I'm like, oof, really? You really want to do that? And he's serious. So 2 years later, that's how the Plex went indoor. It was because of because of how the 2009 Nationals ended up going. That's how the indoor track started to kind of find some traction. So
yeah,
I guess in that regard, I'm responsible for that.
And wasn't it like originally it was supposed to be more similar to like what Thornhill has, and then like because of building regulations and things like that?
Yeah. So one thing that I learned from the experience of having the track built. So for those of you guys that don't know, the Hobbyplex was built from the ground up. We did not move into somebody's strip mall. We did not move into somebody's building. It was built from the ground up to be a hobby shop, a carpet track, and then the addition was built from the ground up to be an indoor off-road track. So I had the idea. I knew that summertime sucked for indoor tracks, especially here in Nebraska, because it'll be 100 degrees with 100% humidity. And who wants to be inside, unless it's fully air conditioned, which this one wasn't going to be. And so I was like, we got to find a way to make it still feel like summer outdoor racing without it being outdoor. And so there was a whole bunch of different versions of what the building would eventually look like. A lot of it had an open concept where it wasn't going to have sides, and that got shut down immediately from the city. We're like, you can't do that. That's,
We're going to give it an open concept.
Yeah, and there was one version that had the backside of where the driver's stand is. The whole thing was going to open up. It was
really?
It was really cool, but it would have been way too much money, and it just wasn't going to be feasible. Like engineering wise, it was going to be cool, but it was going to be the cost was going to be bad. And so that's where the 16 garage doors around the track came from. Because at the time we were racing 8 scale still. 10 scale was still not big enough in 2010 and 11 to sustain a 10 scale only kind of race program. And so my thought was, well, we don't want to lose this summer 8 scale racing. And ironically, that's exactly what happened. We lost our 8 scale racing in the summertime because it just didn't. I think the size of the track had a little bit to do with it, even though we're a big track. But when you can go to an outdoor track that's twice as big,
yeah,
you know. But the city had a lot to do with the size of the building. The city had a lot to do with requiring us to have 2 bathrooms, even though there's bathrooms in the pits. The city made us basically rebuild the driver's stand, I think, 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the driver's stand, I remember this. The driver's stand, we're not giving out. I'm not going to give out any information that a lot of people don't already know. The driver's stand initially cost $10,000 because of all the steel and the welding and all that work, you know. And then after we had to rebuild it so many times, the city inspector would literally come in and tell us to do something. We'd do it, and then he'd come in the following week and say, "Why'd you guys do that? You need to do it this way." And we were like, "Because you told us to." So we had to rebuild it like 3 different times, and the driver's stand ended up costing like $45,000.
Wow.
All because of this city inspector who just kept changing stuff on us.
Huh.
And he wouldn't give us clearance unless it was to those, you know, specifications.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it was a fiasco. But whatever. It works for us now, so I'm pretty happy with how things are. There's some questions in the chat we can get to here in a little bit. Let's go over Friday night racing because we never get to go over Friday night racing.
Yeah.
And I know you weren't there. What'd you guys work on Saturday while I'm looking this up?
Just driving.
No big setup stuff?
Not that I'm telling you. No. I just worked on I just tried like some roll center stuff with my 2-wheel, and I worked on my gas truck. Ran that quite a bit.
Is the fuel mileage still good?
It should be. I think it's pretty good now.
Yeah.
I tried clutch setup stuff, and I didn't really like anything that I tried other than the stock stuff, honestly. And then I put the 0.2 rear end on my car, but I don't know. It just didn't feel right. I don't know if it was just tires or what, but I don't know. I might put my car back to the way I had it.
All right. Friday night, there was 27 entries. So kind of a light night for Friday. I felt bad because if we wouldn't have raced this Friday before the sale, we would not have had a family Friday for like 5 weeks.
Oh.
So I had to have this race because I was like, there's no way that I'm going to not have these guys race for 5 weeks. That'd be dumb. So it looks like everything kind of got condensed down. There was a 13.5 4-wheel drive heat that had Logan Prismanis, Andrew Thomas, TJ Williams, Lance Murray, Nick Pavel, and Nick Chestnut in it. And it doesn't show in the mains. So either he didn't finish the race before he closed everything down, or they didn't have it. But in Plexspec, A-Main, Connor Hausch got a win. Chris Kinzer was second. Nick Rustermeyer got a third. Nice. Billy Friend was fourth from the 10th spot. Michael Prendergast was there running fifth. Alex Eichler gets a sixth. Phil Porter was seventh. Angel Nava was eighth. Grant Barna was ninth. Nick Chestnut was 10th. And Ethan Rustermeyer looks like he might have busted out. So, and then Ryan Nemec. I think the Nemec's were there. So he ended up putting like 12 in the main in Plexspec.
Wow.
Yeah. And then stock buggy. I forgot about this. Andy Crosston.
What?
Andy Crosston was here this weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So he ended up taking the win in stock. It looks like Well, I don't know how this is sorted out. There might be a mod in his stock because it shows Andy Crosston with the win. I think he was running mod only, so maybe that's why. Jackson Anderson with the win in stock buggy. TJ got second. Nick Pavel was third. Roger Nemec was fourth. Then it was Lance Murray, Logan Prismanis, Connor Hausch, and Andrew Thomas. Looks like Andrew might have busted out too. That's a bummer. So there you go.
That's cool. Andy raced.
Yeah, that was Friday. So Andy showed up on Friday, and I was like, oh my gosh. He lives in Dallas.
Okay.
And I was like, you live in Dallas? I forgot that he lived in Dallas. So I'm going to be staying at not Jackson Anderson's. Jesus. I'm going to be staying at Andy Crosston's house for the Longhorn race.
Okay.
At NDRC in December.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's exciting. So I don't have to pay for a hotel. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do let's see. It's hard for me to see where Richard's at, but we'll do a Pivot Lending break, which we forgot to say is the sponsor of the show. You can find them at Pivot Lending Group. And if you mention our show, you can get $500 lender credit or 0.125 off your interest rate. Make sure you ask for Don Zoller or Aiden Olson's dad. But let's take a pivot break, and then we'll get into the question and answer section, and it'll be done. So I can go work on the track. Okay.
Sounds good.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
This is a Pivot Lending Update with David Olson and Don Zoller. Get some.
This is David Olson with Pivot Lending Group, and today is May 10th, 2021. And we want to talk about interest rates and where the market is today and where we kind of see the rates going potentially into second quarter, going into third quarter. Interest rates have moved up 50 basis points since the 1st of February. So we were on a 30-year, right at the beginning of February, we were close to 2.375 to 2.5, right in that range. We went as high as 3.375 about 3-4 weeks ago, and we're back down now to about 3% on the 30-year. So a lot of things that are kind of going and moving against low interest rates right now. We have obviously the infusion of capital into our economy within the last 12 months. We've pushed through and continuing to push through about $6 trillion in debt from the beginning of COVID through the last push. So there's a lot of money that's going to be coming into our economy, being printed up, and a lot of employment going on. And in combination with that, converging with the amount of money that's sitting on the sidelines right now. So all the families that, including mine, did not take a vacation last year and have just disposable income has been growing momentum in your savings accounts. You're going to see a lot of people taking that money off the sidelines and start purchasing things and doing things and kind of getting back to a somewhat normal life. And when we have the amount of money that we're going to be printing with the money that the government's borrowing and having convergence with that and the consumer spending that is happening, and then the final piece in that is payroll, in which we start to see payrolls going up and the job numbers coming down. And everywhere that I'm looking around in our different markets, there's just help wanted signs everywhere. Just driving in to do this recording, they were talking about the lack of employment in the service industry, and they just can't hire enough people right now to help. And they were getting crushed on Mother's Day because of the lack of employees to help in the service sector. So when we have those three things going against the rates, you're going to start to see inflation pop up. And the effects of the inflation typically are in rear. So you're not, by the time that we start to see some of those numbers pushing higher, it's already been cooking for a little bit. And, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see rates over 4% in 12 months. We'll just have to kind of see, keep our eye on it. But that being said, rates are actually down a little bit here within the last week or so. It's a great time still to refinance. The rates are slightly higher, but still fantastic. When I jumped in the industry 27 years ago, prime was at 10. So, 3.5%, 4%, 5%. These are all still really great rates. If you're in a situation where you're looking to refinance just rate and term, you need to take advantage of the market over the last year. We're lower, I should say, than where we were 2, 3, 4 years ago. So there's still a big advantage there. Cash out if you're looking to do some consolidation. My oldest is going off to college, so I'm thinking about that. If you're looking to take some cash out to pay for college or even do some home improvements, there's a lot of equity that's starting to grow in Omaha, and we've been watching this for several years in Colorado. Take some of that equity and double down on it and make the improvements that you need to your property. So the financial outlook for interest rates, obviously, we all know that they're going up. It's not if, it's when, and the when's happening right now. So this is a good time to lock in your rates before you kind of get caught on that next adjustment, I guess. If you have any questions on any of that, feel free to give me a call, 402-881-5951. Ask for David Olson, or shoot me a text, 402-881-5951.
David Olson, NMLS 16099. Don Zoller, NMLS 277589. Pivot Lending, NMLS 109995.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Did you see my dad turn 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives me hope.
Yeah.
My mom died at 55, so if I split the difference, and maybe that's 65, right? Or 60? 62? 62 and a half?
Yeah.
That's assuming my dad dies now, which hopefully he doesn't. I'm not saying that came out wrong. But either way, like the longer he lives, I feel like, because I definitely take after my dad for the most part. I mean, look at me. If you saw my dad and me right side by side, you'd be like, wow, you look like your dad.
Yeah. Kind of like me and my dad.
Yeah.
Except I'm fatter
Wait
than
a
my
minute.
dad.
Your dad's like really skinny.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We look alike, though, in the face.
Yeah, that's true. I look like my mom, too, though, especially in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I look like my dad when I do this.
Is your dad having a 70th birthday party or anything?
Nah, they don't do anything like that. My dad's very down to earth. He's like, I called him yesterday. He's like, yep. It was a good day. Sat on the porch for 2 hours. That's great. I wish I could do that and just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look through the comments and then got to get to the track. I don't want to be there late tonight, but I'm going to have to. Let's see. Shane Alberico again. Is there going to be any track changes for regionals? Yes, here in about 1 hour. Should
Double
be good.
Stateline section.
Yeah, we should put in 2 now, just for you.
Yeah, since you liked it so much, for Shane, we're gonna add another one.
Matt Lang wants to know if there's anything left from the sale. There's actually it's weird. There's a lot of the good stuff was probably picked through, but I mean I was going through it yesterday and there's still stuff left. So let's see. John Haas said that the train stuff seemed big. There's actually still a lot of train stuff down there too, which word will get out to the train community that we have cheap rolling stock and they'll come in and buy it all.
Ooh.
Yeah. Andy Barrett's on here. He's I believe he's still in the hospital right now.
Mm-hmm.
Scared everybody yesterday with a Facebook post that showed him with like 104-degree temperature, which I didn't even know was possible.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't that suck now where you see something like that and you're like, oh my God, he's got COVID, right?
Oh yeah, it does.
That's what I immediately thought, but it wasn't that. So that makes me happy. Alberico, did the TLR 22 3.0 puck system sell? I don't know. I know that there's 2.0 puck systems down there, but I don't know about 3.0. And then Jackson was like, I bought him. So I'm not sure if that's legit or not, but that'd be kind of funny. Then the whole Stateline thing. I love how Jackson puts Stateline is for real drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Murray is like, yeah, Stateline is awesomeness.
Yeah,
So
I dig it.
that's 2 votes for Stateline, 1 vote for not Stateline. So Alberico says I bought a sticker sheet. That's my contribution.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Matt Kessel's on here. He's like, who on earth 1-stars the Hobbyplex? Exactly.
This one guy.
This one guy, yeah. Michael Root says, I made a mistake and I bought a Sen Racing F450 because my bro has a Traxxas TRX 4x4 Bronco. Realized his Bronco is better, so ordered Bronco. And he's like, talk about wasting $350. Well, the Sen Racing truck's not really... It's not even a racing truck. Sorry, the Sen Racing Company F450 is almost like a showpiece. It's like what you show up to at a comp, at like a crawling comp, with that truck and a trailer, with your actual truck you're going to use on the back of the trailer.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why you get that truck. You don't get that truck to play with. You get it to pull a trailer or something so that it looks cool when you're around. That's what I think.
More of a working model.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's kind of like the 6-wheel TRX4, like the Mercedes TRX4. It's kind of the same deal. It's not very practical, but if you put like a trailer or something on it and you pull, the actual crawler you're going to use, then everybody comes over and checks it out. That's why you get one of those. Kessel wants to know, is OCRC closing for good or just moving? He's heard both. And
I'm not in a position to say.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I should probably just message Nick or somebody. I mean, I'm sure they're getting tired of getting messages about it, so I don't really feel like it's our place.
We should see if we can have Nick or Robert on the show.
That would be cool. Maybe I should ask him about that. I could ask him if we could name the Plex OCRC.
Yeah.
Oh God!
And then we'd have to explain the joke.
Yeah, we'd have to explain the joke.
But it is a good gag. I'm sure you'd think it'd be funny.
I would hope so. I don't know. I've heard that hopefully it won't close for good. They just need to find a new place to go.
Yeah.
So
They need a new home.
We got into Jackson Anderson's essay questions. Hopefully we got you squared away with that. Michael Root says, nice beard, Will.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not talking about mine. I don't really have one.
Is Michael Root local?
I think so.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Alberico wants to know, why did we want to know how old his dad was last podcast?
None of your business.
Yeah.
No. Why did we want to know?
Well,
Because we wanted to know if you could race 40-plus buggy or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why.
I thought he was over 40. Will did not think he was over 40, so I had to confirm. And he's 41. Everybody started putting meat logos on because of how Jackson spelled meat.
Oh, take that. Oh.
That's so funny.
Oh, take that.
God, that's funny. Peter Renault, by the way, your stuff's on the way. I just got to get you your he bought some stuff from the sale.
Really?
Yeah. I just got to get a tracking number for him.
Is Peter Renault going to send me some diffs for him to build?
Yeah. That's a good question.
He needs to text me.
Yep.
Text me, Peter.
Any leftover Tamiya parts from the sale? I was listening on the way back from the track. No. All the Tamiya stuff's gone, including the stuff that I grabbed for you. Joel Florkey, he always has fun questions. Hey guys, I was wondering how I can switch my content from gaming to RC videos. But he spelled videos. And you just do it, right? You just start making RC videos instead of gaming videos.
I think so.
Yeah. Come up with a catchy name.
Yeah, like Talking Fish.
No.
That's a good one. You should use Talking Fish.
You can't, because we used it already.
Oh.
On Talking Fish Angling.
Just use it like that other place did with our
don't do
name.
that. Don't do that, because then I'll have to come find you and strangle you to death.
Yeah.
Team Players 99. Who is that?
I don't know.
No, it's somebody local, and I can't remember who it is. It
That's
says,
the first I've heard that one.
Will, is the clutch spring still in orbit?
Oh, yeah. No, it's she gone. Is that Ronnie Wint?
Yes, that's who that is. Exactly. I forgot
Yeah.
all about
No,
that. See, I knew it
I
was
got
local.
clearance from NASA the other day. They texted me. They're like, yeah. So your clutch spring's still in orbit because I was changing my clutch springs and one of them just went, pew, gone.
Nice.
Gone. No finding that.
Brady Papanow, is the kit setup for Associated e-buggy good for the Plex?
Yeah, no, it's the kit setup's pretty decent.
Do you stiffen up the shocks at all?
I only ran it at the Plex once.
Like smaller,
and I think
smaller hole pistons, maybe?
I think that, like, on my 0.1 I ran, that thing just always worked.
Oh.
But I think I drilled 8-hole pistons for it out of the 6s. Or maybe I honestly can't remember what I did. It's all a feel thing.
But wouldn't you say it's like what I do when I get a new car? I don't change anything until I actually get to the track. And
yeah. I mean, the kit setup's definitely like really linear. I mean, I was railing it around our track with outdoor tires on it, and it was doing okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, the kit setup's not bad. You pretty much just want to run the kit setup and get the drivetrain all broken. It'll probably take you like, I don't know, 7 to 10 battery packs to get the drivetrain broken. Then you can start tuning on it to get it to where you like it. But yeah, drivetrain is huge in 8-scale. Getting that broken and getting that good drive out of the corners with the car. Like, you aren't just going to take a brand new 8-scale and just go run it and win races.
What is a good starting diff weight for 2-wheel buggy on carpet at the Plex? Can I get a crack at that one before you do?
Yeah, go ahead.
5,000.
Yeah, I ran 7,000 to 2 gears, but he's running mod.
I don't know. Jason's been running mod lately. He might be running mod.
Yeah, 7,000 weight with 2 gears in the diff is what I always ran, and that was just to get the car to turn more.
Right.
Or release the corner easier. But when you do that, you have to change the oil more often. Like when I ran carpet the last time, every 2 runs I was dropping the oil out of the diff and replacing it because it would just get cooked on our track. And that's with me driving too, you know.
Yeah.
And it would feel different. Like it had nice like tan color. It wasn't like black or anything like that. But you just rebuild it, and it was just better.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Jackson Anderson, what time are we working on the track tomorrow? He gets out of class at 9:45 a.m.
Oh, wow.
You can come straight to the track. I will hopefully be there. I think you said this. You might have said this already. What are you working on there?
I just work on my 8-scale. It's right here.
And Nuthouse wants to know, are you going to make any Tiny Tuesday races?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have a mini.
Yeah, Associated doesn't really have any minis right now.
Yeah. If Associated made an 18-scale car, I'd race it. But the thing is like Associated's 18-scale stuff has historically been 4-wheel.
Yeah.
So, like, we don't really have a class for it currently, and that would be a huge advantage on those cars.
Dude,
I still have a set of those 12mm hex adapters. I totally foam tire that thing. I find some foam tires in the discount bin.
Yeah.
Drew those up and put those on it.
Yeah, that was
It'd be bad to the bone.
That was pretty fun. Running an RC18T with rubber touring car tires was really fun.
Oh, I ran foam.
Yeah, I liked rubber because you wouldn't flip over all the time. Like you.
Oh, you just had to glue the sidewalls.
Oh yeah.
And then that I ran a Mamba brushless system with the 800 milliamp helicopter 2-cell battery.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Aisha says Ronnie can race 40 plus now. That's right. I forgot he just turned 40.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. He should.
Yeah. Big Dude wants to know, anyone have a Billy Big Mouth bass? Isn't that thing that you put on the wall and it like sings or whatever?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't. Oh, that brings up a subject I can cover really quick. Yeah, we're not running late at all on this one. Emerson and I have been fishing a lot, and which I'm enjoying a lot because I like to fish. And last Saturday, after we closed, it was so nice out that I didn't even give a crap that I wasn't catching anything. I was just like standing there, holding my fishing pole, waiting for something to bite. For like an hour and a half, and Emerson's over there. Can we go? And I'm like, dude, you're the one that wanted to do this. Like, you know? So, we kept a catfish the other day.
Really? You gonna eat it?
We already did.
Really?
Yeah. I told him that I told him that the next catfish that we catch that's keepable, we'll keep it so I can show him how to clean it.
Yeah.
Because he had never really cleaned a fish before. And I feel like that's something important that you should learn. And even though it came from the Papio Creek, it was clean, dude. It was a remarkably clean fish. It was a channel cat, and we skinned it and ate it, and that was that. I do feel like it might have tasted better if it came from a little bit cleaner water, but I showed him how to do it and everything.
How'd you prepare it?
I fried him. It was good.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Breading?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was good.
Was it big?
Yeah, it was arm's length. It was pan size. So I was happy.
How many pounds of meat did you get out of it?
Not very much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The important thing was I showed him how to do it. I actually felt pretty bad. It's been a while since I've actually like killed a living thing.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of felt kind of bad. But then we ate it, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So, where are we up? I might have missed a question or two here real quick. Bender's puffed battery is being covered by A-Main. So go Bender. Yay.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
This is a very subjective question. Big Dude says, what's the best carpet two-wheel drive?
I'm going to tell you Associated because,
Yeah.
I mean, you sit them down and they work.
That's true.
You know?
So I like carpet season because I'm not sponsored by anybody. I get to try whatever I want. So 3 years ago, I ran a Yokomo, and I broke it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, at the end of the season, we didn't have the parts to fix it, so I just grabbed my dirt car, threw a gear diff in it, and went out and drove it, and I was already like a half second faster than my Yokomo car.
Yeah.
And then the following year, I bought an Elite and used that, and that actually worked really good, like really good.
Mm-hmm.
And but then I went to dirt, and I hated it, so I went back to Associated car with that. And then this time around, I'm going to use a Schumacher.
Oh, really?
So we're gonna find out how good a Schumacher is for me. I have officially, when I get the Schumacher car, it's gonna be the first time I've ever owned a Schumacher. So I'm gonna have most of the brands knocked off the list because I've had a Kyosho, I've had a Losi, a Yokomo, an Associated.
Traxxas.
Well, yeah, but as far as race cars go, I've never actually owned a Schumacher before. So there you go.
I haven't.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I've just like always bought Associated cars.
I know. Before 2017, I had always bought Losi cars. So
yeah.
My battery in my laptop's gonna die, so the questions here are gonna get short. Oh man, there's some good ones. I'm thinking of running 21.5 and 17.5 carpet buggy. Changing my mind to race mod. Nope. That's perfect. I actually thought about racing stock, expert stock myself. So, but then Will said I'm dumb if I do that, so I'll race mod again. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll get my butt handed to me. Jackson's got a lot of questions. I'm going to skip a couple of them. What is the difference between aluminum flywheel steel and the adjustable one that are options for the AE?
Rotating mass and adjustability. The heavier, I don't know when you'd want a heavier flywheel, a steel one. I don't know when you'd want that.
Wouldn't you want it on like a big outdoor track? Like loose, bumpy, crappy outdoor track where you want more of a slower...
Well, I was thinking you'd want something to carry the constant engine RPM through the bumps. It's you're gonna gain torque. Something heavier, you're gonna gain torque.
Yeah.
Lighter flywheel, you're gonna lose torque, but you're gonna have higher RPM speed. That'd change your clutch setup a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. Then the adjustable one, it's just the adjustable stall. Like you can run the screw in, raise the stall or the point that the clutch engages, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can back it off. It's just easier to use while you're driving, like at the track. Like off, you want a lower stall clutch for a smoother power band on the bottom end.
Yeah.
You kind of like I set my clutches up to where I can get them to engage as low as possible without bogging, and it's always worked for me. I've always had a real nice power band, but like higher grip, it's gonna the load on the tire is you're gonna need a little bit higher engine RPM to pull through that, so you're getting into the power band faster. It's when you want a higher stall. But I would think that you'd want the heavier flywheel on a track that, like maybe you have like a whoop section or something like that, and you want like a more consistent, you want to have that heavier clutch to carry your car through the, through the bumpy sections better, that's my thought. Like it's gonna be harder to slow down, it's gonna be more like a freight train, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. Kyle Holmberg says, "What's up, Will? There's still time to sign up for the J Concepts race." I think he's talking about the one in Minnesota.
I need a carpet. I don't have a carpet car.
Well, you can't go to that one anyways.
Yeah. Why can't I? Oh,
it's the same weekend as the weekend I'm going to be gone, and I need you to run races for me.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah. Sorry, Kyle. He's got other plans.
Yeah, Alex is going to a race, and so I'm running the races at the.
He's got to bail me out because I'll ask for a weekend off, and I'll tell everybody at work, "Hey, this weekend I'm going to be gone. I need to make sure that you guys are here this weekend because I'm going to be gone." And then 2 or 3 part-timers will say, "Hey, I need this weekend off anyways." And the way it works apparently right now is everybody gets whatever they want off. So Will's got to bail me out.
That's fine.
A little bit of sarcasm there on my part.
Glad to do it.
Yeah.
No issues.
Yeah, exactly. How many sets of tires would I need for a nitro buggy for 1 round of the Techno series?
1 set.
Yeah, that's it.
You need 1 set every round.
1 set of gold ellipses every round, and you'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, Eagles, who do I got? Big dude wants to know. I honestly don't give a rat's ass about NFL football.
Probably the Beagles.
Pretty much,
they're
honestly,
really cute.
Pretty much as soon as the whole kneeling thing started happening, I'm out. I don't even care about football anymore. And then college football, I don't care because Nebraska just finds new and unique ways to lose games, like iRace 40 Plus mod.
I was laughing when you posted that.
Yeah, like you're in total control of a game, and the last 2 minutes you lose. It's like me leading the entire race and then finding a way to lose in the last 30 seconds. That's how that goes.
I don't know. If they're not the Chiefs, I don't really watch
Yeah, that's how
Pro
my dad
golf.
is. I just talked to my dad, and he brought up football, and he's like, if it's not the Chiefs, he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
NFL football, I just don't have any interest in anymore. I used to be a huge Buccaneers fan back in the
Oh,
early
really?
2000s when they sucked, and then they won the Super Bowl, and I lost interest.
Hmm.
So
Now Tom Brady plays for him. I wouldn't
Dude.
watch either.
Well, I will say that I really look at Tom Brady, take a picture of Tom Brady, and then take a picture of Aaron Rodgers, put them side by side. Aren't they the same age?
I don't know.
Dude, that guy's like a specimen, an Adonis.
Really?
Oh my goodness, he's a sexy man. If I swung on that side, I'd find him attractive, but I don't. swing
Well,
on that
how
side.
could you not?
I know. Wow, we got more nitro questions. How often do you change glow plugs in a nitro engine?
Whenever they go out.
Yeah, but don't you before a long main? I always change mine out anyways.
Yeah. Right before they go out. That's
Yeah.
when you need to change them. It just depends on, how good you are at tuning. If you ran that thing, super lean boggin for a round and it managed to live, you might end up changing a glow plug.
Right.
After break-in, might change your glow plug. I usually just use the one that comes in the engine to break the engine in, and then I end up running a P3. That's all I use is P3s.
Yep. John Haas wanted to know, for me, my favorite dirt car out of all of those that I listed, and it's by far the Associated car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the two-wheel drive Associated car for me is just more comfortable to drive faster with.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, when Losi comes out with a new car, I'll buy it and give it a whirl and see if that becomes my new fast, happy, comfortable car.
Mm-hmm.
And but you won't see me for dirt. You won't see me experimenting too much. It'll either be TLR or Associated. You'll never see me with anything other than those two.
Yeah.
Sam wants to know what a good carpet setup is for the Plex. And before we try to answer this question, I honestly think you should just go to Associated site and pick out somebody's like setup, like the old Brock Champlin setup, or right?
Who's Sam?
He's Saunders. He races.
Okay. No, I know who that is. I would just do that, dude. I don't know whose would be the best to go off of. I'd probably, like, if you have a 0.3, look at the 0.3 setups. If you have a 0.2, look at the 0.2 setups. You have a 0.1, and so on.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have, honestly, like, you could run the box setup and get used to that and see what you want to change to the stock setup and get it to where you like it, and that's kind of the fun of racing, right? Is getting the car where you like it. There isn't going to be like a setup that's just going to be the end all beat all and you're just going to be faster with it. Like, I'll change stuff on my car, like for like we were testing Saturday. I was changing stuff on my car. Lap times are the same. It just felt different.
Yeah.
I could run the same lap times with an entirely different feeling car, but it's like I just wanted to be able to put it where I want it and drive it the way I like it. So really, I'd run the box setup and tune it for you. And if you're that far off with one of those with the stock setup, then I would look at like the website for something else to get you closer.
Yep.
That or I can help you. I plan on racing carpet this year, so.
Yay. That's about it. John Haas said he got his e-buggy done. He just bought a EB 48 2.0 from the Plex
nice.
this week and got it all put together, and it looks like he gave it a shakedown today and
cool.
said it's awesome. So
nice.
And he put Tebow's setup for the Plex from last January's Winter Series on it, and
I'm sure that's a good one.
because he didn't use the same oils because it was really cold, and he's like, it's dialed. So that's what I need to do. I need to actually change my setup on my car.
Yeah. Yep.
that's about it. We should get out of here. It's an hour and a half, so.
Okay.
A show about nothing today.
Yeah, no, we talked about a lot of stuff, and I kind of like doing these shows where we don't have an agenda because it lets the people that are watching kind of participate more, and we answer more questions about cars.
Yeah.
That's what I like. These shows I don't feel like are worthless. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I like the question and answer section.
Yeah, I look forward to it. It's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah. I had before we go, I had a customer come in and he called something that blew my mind how wrong it was, but I don't remember what it was, so now I can't repeat what I have it written down somewhere, but I forgot it already. It's terrible. It was an Arma something, and oh man, gonna have to figure it out. I'll try to think hard on it tonight when I'm working with my headphones on the tractor.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring it up next week.
Okay.
But it was really funny. But I'll have to think of it. Anyways, I don't even know why I brought it up. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
But I was pretty proud of this one kid came in and he's like, I want an ARPA Typhon. And I was like, man, I'm so proud of you that you just said Typhon.
Man, you want 10% off. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go. And we'll make sure that it stops streaming this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Balls.
Penis.
Peen.
Bye.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.